So I think it goes without saying that 2018 was a really good year for smartphones. And this one right here, the Galaxy Note 9, was easily in the top tier. It's been 5 months since its release, there have been a number of great phones released since then, and there are a lot more on the way here in 2019. With recent price drops, is the Note 9 still a good pickup? Should you opt for something else? Or should you wait for a new release later on? After using the Note 9 as my main phone for a large portion of the last 5 months, it became more and more apparent that the Note 9 is just special, and my only true gripes with it are the cameras. I guess another thing would be Samsung's software experience with One UI. Now, I've only spent a little bit of time with One UI. Yeah, I got it later than most. It's got some nice changes and additions and all, but I feel there's still a bit of polish that can be done to it. Now, for the price at launch, $1,000, among a lot of us at least, seemed kind of justified, seeing as how that price point is becoming the norm, and the Note offers the most for that price. Fast forward to right now though, and you'll see that prices have since dropped by a few $100s. You can find Note 9s on Amazon for about $800, and if you shop around on places like Swappa, you can find one for less than $700. Yeah, seriously, you learn something new every day. Speaking of learning something new, I wanted to take this opportunity to talk about this video's sponsor, Skillshare. Skillshare is this awesome site dedicated to helping people learn and to boost their creativity. With over 25,000 classes spread across categories such as design, photo and film, technology, entrepreneurship, gaming, marketing, and much more, you'll be sure to find something that suits you. And you don't have to be tied down to your computer to take advantage of this great content. You can take classes with you using their app for mobile devices. Interact and collab with the community, create projects, and share with people what you've got. Sharpen your skills for things like video editing, which is something I'm definitely going to try out. Just over $8 a month on an annual plan will get you complete unlimited access to their full library of classes, which I think is an incredible deal. But not only that, the first 500 of you that use that link down below in the description will get a free 2-month trial, so make sure you hop on that as quickly as you can. So as I expected, performance on the Note 9 hasn't really taken a hit, and it shouldn't so soon. It's still blazing fast, there's no real lag, battery life is still phenomenal, RAM management is great, multitasking works well, games run smooth, it's all good. This phone, of course, is known to be that no compromise beast of a phone that just has it all. I mean, look at it. It's made out of premium materials, it's incredibly solid yet thin and not too heavy. The phone's got a huge, crisp, bright, colorful, absolutely gorgeous display, a notchless one at that, perhaps the best on any Android phone right now. There's a large 4,000 mAh battery that's good enough for 6 to 7 hours of screen on time, at least in my heavy use. It's water and dust resistant, it's got stereo speakers and fast wireless charging, multiple biometric security options, expandable storage up to 512 gigabytes in addition to the baseline model's 128 gigabytes. It's got the mighty S Pen, and it's one of the few flagships left with a headphone jack. What more could you possibly want? Okay, I hear a few people typing out their answers to that question already, but you guys get my point. At $1,000, I can see why people would have a problem with it. Justified or not, it's still $1,000. But now I think it's safe to say it's even more of a recommendation by me to those looking for a phone that's loaded with features and does everything very well. And I didn't even mention the slew of software features Samsung implements to enhance the user experience, but we already know about those. So what's the holdup? Well, for one, the phone is large, and not everyone wants a phone this big. Of course, there are other great, smaller options out there like the Galaxy S9, which has dropped in price as well, around the $500 mark. And another holdup would be, well, the competition. There are other phones out there that have each taken a turn in the spotlight and have drawn me away from the beast that is the Note 9. Phones like the Pixel 3 XL, OnePlus 6T, especially that McLaren edition, and others that I haven't gotten the chance to try out like the Mate 20 Pro. Not to mention all of the new phones that'll be coming out like Samsung's own S10 line. But as of right now, with current smartphones, my thing with the Note 9 is I know I can depend on it. It is the Swiss Army knife of smartphones. So much so that there are features I may not know I'll need until I need them, like the S Pen and all of the great things that it can do. While I can live without it on another phone, the user experience is definitely enhanced when it's around. Now, as I alluded to earlier, at least for me anyway, the Achilles heel for the Note 9 is the combination of its software and the cameras. As you know, I haven't had too much time with One UI, so it's a bit of a bag of mixed feelings from me overall. But if I'm being honest, it's not something that I'll tell people to avoid the phone for. The cameras, I think, are really good, and they're towards the top tier for sure. And if you like camera features, the Note's got you covered, no question. There are features everywhere in here. But my gripe is with Samsung's picture processing, especially with the front-facing camera. I'm getting vibes of what LG had to offer in previous generations. The cameras just aren't on the level that they used to be. Samsung's cameras years ago used to be top 2, top 3, but now I feel as though they've fallen to top 4, top 5 when comparing to other options out there. On their own, they perform well. Low light results are solid, shots in bright conditions are very good, they're bright, sharp, and punchy, and videos come out looking good as well. I think most people will be pleased here. Heavy selfie takers, on the other hand, may quickly see that results are just meh, for lack of a better term. Bottom line, the cameras are good, just don't go buying this phone because of its cameras. They'll definitely get the job done, but it's when they're compared to the competition that their inferiority starts to come out a little bit. Every phone has its compromises. Every phone has something that may turn you to something else, the Note 9 included. But I feel that the Note has the least amount of compromises, along with the smallest ones. The pros more than outweigh the cons in my book. With buying options showing prices a good amount less than $1,000 nowadays, the Note 9 looks to be a no-brainer. No more a deal breaker, but more so a deal maker. It's honestly one of the easiest recommendations to make. Is it the best phone out on the market? That's debatable, because there are a number of fantastic options out there like the 6T, the Pixel 3, Mate 20 Pro, and others that all have great selling points and advantages over the Note. Having said that, as of right now, with these new price points, I don't think you'll find a phone more feature-packed, well-rounded, and reliable than this one. Let me know what you guys think of the Galaxy Note 9, and we'll talk about it down below in the comments. Be sure to hit that like button if you enjoyed the video, and subscribe to the Android Police channel if you're new. I'll talk to you guys later, and thank you so much for watching.